Well, hello, my friends. Oh, what would a Pollen be without an after show? Just like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. They always have the after show. But I'm not dating anyone, and it isn't going to be about that. But let me get a little sip of coffee here. Oh, since I stopped drinking, I drink coffee at night now. Yeah, that's probably why I can't sleep. Hey, let me just go over a few things about the Pound that I just had. I kind of threw it together very quick. I wasn't feeling well for months, and like I said, I went into the emergency room of the day before, and they gave me some medicine, and it actually made me feel a lot better. They think maybe I have an ulcer. They're not sure. I got to go for more tests, but everybody has something, when they get to be 66 or more. But anyhow, there was a few questions about it. First question was, what lake or ocean was that? Well, that was Lake Michigan in the opening segment of the video. It was by Illinois Beach Park. I shot a wedding there a couple of years ago. And the reason I use the footage that I use is this laptop I have here. I was having problems with it when I was editing. It wouldn't load any of my new photographs from this year. I loaded them now. This morning it worked, but I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I had to use videos and photos that I shot years ago. There was other ones I shot in Chicago, and then there were, the plant pictures were from last year, but I didn't use them in my last video. So, I wanted to keep everything new. And, the song, of course, was a Simon and Garfunkel song. And the reason I use a copyrighted song is because I don't get any monetary value from there. So there could be 1 million views and I will not get a penny. So when I tell people, to go look at my show and this and that, I'm not doing it for the views or, for money or anything. I'm just making them aware, that I did a show. In fact, when I sent out the Polython seeds last year, they all said, well, how are they bred? How are they bred? And I said, well, go to the show. I explain it in the show. So I'm not trying to get views. I'll get views. I'm not worried about views. But that's why I use a song like that. And I like the song anyhow. I'm old school. But the video that I ran with it, I didn't really have a complaint, but I had a gal that I really respect, and she's a grower too, and she didn't like the women in the bikinis at the end, right before I came in for Pollen. But it went with the song, and when the Paul Simon and Garfunkel said something about the whores on 7th Avenue. Well, I couldn't have women in there because, that would kind of be an insult. So I went with a guy that had a Jesus sign. And he was out in the middle of the road one night, and, I took a couple photographs of him. So I used him. And then I went to the bikinis, because, that's the song dictated it. And, that's why I used that. And plus, hey, them gals look great. They look great. And they were unidentifiable. I think it was from a photograph on the internet from Surreal out in Las Vegas. I think it was that. But even the full photograph, you can't tell who they are. But I moved it up a little bit, so you really couldn't tell, their faces, who they were, because in order for me to use it, they had to be unidentifiable. But their butts were, they're identifiable. But anyhow, that's why I had that. And a few other things. My co-host was supposed to do the show with me. She texts me. I'm not going to give her name. She texts me in the morning last night. I think I woke up about 3 o'clock because I always wake up and I get something to eat. But she says she has COVID. So she just contracted COVID, and I wish her well. I mean, she's a young, strong girl. I mean, she's 30 years old. She's married, with a kid, and she's a wonderful gal. And I just hope everything's okay. But yeah, she's got COVID. And what else can I talk about? The plant pictures. I know when I was talking about, the lineup, Fabulous Five, Night Train, Lady Seal, Night Fighter, and Girl Fight, I couldn't put any photographs in because the my laptop wouldn't load them. And so I feel bad about that. I mean, I could redo that, I could redo it now. I could actually add them in, but, I got rid of my Wi-Fi this year because I had a cable and Wi-Fi. It was cost me $189 a month. So I got rid of it, and every time I do a lot of uploading on my phone, but I can't upload this, the show, because it was over an hour. So I have to go to Starbucks to do it. So yesterday I went to Starbucks and I uploaded my Pollen show. It took me 2.5 hours. I even questioned them behind, the counter. There's something wrong with your internet, because Starbucks is always fast. And she didn't really have an answer for me. But I missed the Bear game. I know the Bears don't have a chance, but they actually won yesterday. They beat the Giants, and I came home and it was like 5 minutes left in the quarter, so I missed the whole game. But that's what I had to go through in order to get that on there. And I had the classic can shot with the bud. I know everybody has that shot, so I figured, it was on my computer already, so, that's what I used in one of those. And what other questions? Was there any other questions? Oh, there was one about if you didn't clone a plant, and, it was at the end of the cycle, you lost it forever. And when I was young, that's what happened. But I know you can rejuvenate a plant now. I realize that, and I forgot to mention that. If you do grow a great plant and you don't have a clone, you can always go to rejuvenation. But it doesn't always work. I know in a hydro system, I have a hard time doing it. It was a little easier when, I was playing in the dirt, but it can be done, And you can do a culture and all that now, but I don't have the equipment to do any of that stuff. But just take a clone from every seed. Just that's what I was trying to stress. Just take a clone. All right, I think that's about it. I just wanted to do a little after show, explain a few things, and I hope everyone enjoyed the show. I tried to keep it short. I tried to keep it an hour under. And I actually did it on New Year's Eve. In fact, I had the TV over here, in my view on mute, and I was watching Ryan Seacrest. And I think I got the show done at about 11 o'clock. So I got the show done, and I was able to watch, New York. And the reason I had the New York background instead of a Chicago background, because that's where I'm from, is because when I grew up, I always watched New York. I mean, we always watched New York, and I still always watch New York. And when Chicago comes around, I'm sleeping. I'm tired. I can't. Even when I was a kid, I couldn't make it up till 12 o'clock. So New York was always at 11, and I've always watched New York. Dick Clark and all that. So that's why I got the New York background, because that's what I wanted. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll give a little more information later in the month how to get my seeds, because I know, I've actually been swamped. All kinds of people have been asking me about it. And, I really value my genetics. That's another reason I do the show, so you can actually see who the breeder is, because the very few breeders come on and stand behind their products nowadays. So, it's another reason I do the show. But hopefully next year I'll have a co-host. And I'm trying hard, believe me, I'm trying. I'm trying to get a gal on the set because I really think it'll be interesting. It'll improve, I mean, I'm able to talk to someone, and it'll be fun. But anyhow, Happy New Year to you, and I hope everyone's healthy and happy growing.